All right, so we've done the seated mobility routine. Now we're going to progress that to standing. Again, you want to have something to hold. I happen to have my long-handled shoehorn here. You can use a golf club, a broomstick, a mop, golf yardstick, anything you can hold. You can even use like a towel if you don't have anything firm to hold. You just need something that you can hold on to. Okay, so when you stand up, you're going to get one foot in front of the other, and you want your feet about shoulder width apart. The more narrow you put your stance, the more that's going to challenge your balance. So we'll work into that through other activities and videos and some sports specific stuff. But just in general, feet about shoulder width apart, soft knees. You're going to grab your stick overhead. You're going to lean forward. You're going to bend the front knee. Back leg stay straight. You're going to come down as far as you can, and then lean back and reach back as far as you can. Again, pretend like somebody's grabbing on the stick and pulling it away from you. So when you come forward, there's somebody down on the floor in front of you pulling forward, and then when you come back, somebody's up overhead pulling you up towards the ceiling and back behind you. As you lean back, you should feel that stretch through the front of the hip and leg, maybe a little bit through the stomach. You might feel a little bit in the other leg, good through the shoulders. As you come down, just the opposite. You feel it stretch the back of your back leg. You should feel the work in your butt, hamstring, and the front leg as you lean forward. Keep the weight in that front heel. That's going to work your hips more. The more you put the weight in the front of the foot and the toe, that's going to put more pressure on your knee. Not necessarily this is a bad thing, but the more you can activate the back and work through the heel, the more it's going to work your hips. Your butt and thighs are bigger for a reason, so you can use those muscles to help your stability. So you're going to go down and up, just back and forth. Nice, slow, steady motion. You do about 4 or 5 of those. You can switch sides if you want, or you can stay in this position. And now you're going to go sideways. So your hand on the bottom, you're going to think about pulling yourself this way as your opposite hip pokes out that direction. You feel that on the inside of your thigh. Feel a good stretch through the side here and the back, and then just other side. Now, you'll notice that as you do this, you don't go the same to each side. One side's going to feel a little tighter, and that's based on the position that your hips are in. When we switch sides, you'll get the opposite feeling. Back in the middle, then we're going to turn. And I tell people to let your hips turn as far as they can. Don't try and keep your hips still. Try and let your head, shoulders, and hips all turn as far as you can. And again, the side you're turning to, that hand, think about trying to pull your whole body around to either side as you do that, okay? Now you can go through all 3 of those on one side and then switch feet and go through the same routine again. Or you can do your back and forth with the right leg forward, and then back and forth with the left leg, and vice versa. Or you can do all 3 on one side. Again, nice, slow, and steady motion as you're going. This is more just mobility work. This isn't a specific stretch, but what I tell all my people is it's kind of a bigger bang for your buck. You get to stretch your hips, your shoulders, your back, your neck, your thighs, your calves, everything at one time, so you don't have to spend time doing individual stretches. I give this to a lot of my golfers whenever they're working. A lot of the runners we give it to, and I modify it for most everybody. Somebody who's had a total knee replacement, a shoulder surgery, a back surgery, general fitness routine, whatever you have. Nice and easy, 5 or 10 of each of those repetitions, and I usually go through each side twice. So you're doing 2 sets of each of the exercises, and that pretty much warms you up to do most anything. Then you can get into some specific stretches and activities and things like that. Okay? Try those out. If you got any questions, let me know. Thanks, guys.